Hey, my man, you know how to get to Oblock from here, bro?
Man, what you trying to go down there for?
Man, look, I'm really just, like, I'm a tourist. I'm trying to see where, like, King Von and Dirk and all them from, Chief Keef, all that.
Man, you might want to take your ass back where you came from.
Man. Chicago rapper Lil Durk is facing new charges in a murder-for-hire plot.
I decided I had to finish, but the media called me a menace.
He's accused of conspiring with others to murder a rival rapper in Los Angeles in 2022, but the shooters missed their intended target and killed someone else.
Breaking news, an off-duty Chicago police officer shot and a woman stabbed on the northwest side.
It's over with.
This is why Oblock and 63rd in Chicago is dangerous. Oblock and 63rd been at war for who knows how long. Most people don't know, but if you look back, it's been going on for generation after generation with original gang members. This is why people like King Von, Lil Durk, Chief Keef, FBG Duck, and so many more people get respect coming from there. 63rd and Oblock is real close to each other, and they opposing gangs who've been taking each other out allegedly, right? So you got these different gangs who going at each other, but they live right up the street from each other. When I drove through 63rd and got to Oblock, I'm like, yo, this is really close. So it's easy to catch somebody slipping and catch somebody outside and pull up on them. Another crazy thing is more gangs in Chicago that's all surrounded by that area. So anytime you got poverty and you put it together that close, people gonna rob each other. When you rob somebody, well, Lil Jeff, right? He originally called his first ops where somebody robbed him for his chain and all that, so he went back. So imagine being real close to each other and then in poverty, so they start taking from each other, robbing each other, and that's why it's really dangerous. In order to survive that, you got to do a lot. You got to be a beast, and you got to know how to build a team and be a part of a team. Like Detroit, in order to survive the streets here, you know, you got to be a certain kind of person, and that's why whenever you talk about Detroit 313, you get a lot of respect because we really come from the mud if you really from the city. Like Detroit back in the day especially. What's your thoughts on Oblock? Let's talk about it in the comments. I went to Oblock where Chief Keef and Lil Durk and them from and Lil Reese, and I also went to 63rd, and it's not what you think it's like. It was kind of quiet when I went there. I went early in the daytime. I ain't go at night like on the weekend where most people be out in the hood. If you from the hood, you know. Most people do tend to be out on the weekends partying, late night block party. And when you got ops and you beefing like that, you not about to just be standing outside 24/7. When we see the videos, we think goons posted up 24/7 outside posted up. But if you beefing, you're not going to be out there. Now, I did see one of the Chicago goons walking out the gate, and he was walking to the store or whatever. It was an eerie feeling when you're there. Nobody really outside. It's kind of like quiet. But then, like, you know, the later it get, you start seeing people walk. I seen a lot of red. I don't know if that was just a coincidence or what. I don't know who banged what over there. Like, I ain't looked that deep into it, but I seen a lot of people wearing red over there. So let me know if that was something. Then I pull up to the gas station, and the guy I was with, he was just a hothead. So he was trying to get into it, and it was some guys that started yelling GDK, and I'm like, oh, bruh. And I had my mama with me, I had a girl with me. It was a lot. But, you know, once he said we was from Detroit, they started walking away, and, like, one of the guys was cool, but it was another group walking away. And this was, like, somewhere by, on the south side, not Oblock, but a different side. But then they started walking away, and he like, yeah, they walking away. I'm like, bro, they ain't walking away just to walk away, boy. They going to get them sticks, man. Let's go, bro. It ain't like, what is you on? So we got out of there. I went to Chirac, Chicago to go on a trip and to see what the city was like. And I was on the south side. And when I was on the south side, I went to go see Kanye West's neighborhood and his childhood home. I pulled up to the gas station. The gas station looked like a nice and bright gas station until I heard some guys yelling GDK, GDK. And that means gangster disciple killer, right? And they wasn't yelling it at me. They was yelling it at the guy that was with the guy. They got into an argument and an altercation. And I was with a guy from Detroit. Big guy with tattoos, neck tattoos, face tattoos and everything. And he was mad. He was going through some stuff. So he hopped out the car and he was like, man, I ain't scared to be out here. And I'm like, hey, bro, just like chill, bro. Let's go to a different gas station. Because Chicago, you legally can't have guns there. From Michigan, I got my CPL here, which is concealed pistol license here in Michigan, but it don't transfer to Chicago. So then when we got out to Chicago, like, we didn't have no guns on us. So I'm like, hey, bro, it's a lose-lose situation. It don't matter how tough you is a bullet, right? And there's two of us, and we had some girls with us, and it was a group of guys that started coming up to my car. I was in a red car, and they ain't know what I was doing or who I was and all that. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Like, I think if I was a white person, it would have been different. Like, I'm a black guy with dreads. They looking like, bro, who is dog? So when we start going, I went to go get gas, and I canceled it quick because it's like, bro, listen. We at a gas station in the south side of Chicago, and the guy started yelling GDK. So like, what am I supposed to do? Just get popped? If I'm gonna be in a situation like that, I'd rather have some guns and go out like that. Like, in number two, we in their territory, we in their neighborhood. So if they defensive about us being in their territory, in their neighborhood, and they don't know us, I can't be mad about that. I rolled up in their neighborhood. It looked like a decent gas station, and I thought we was good. But then the guy that I was with was mad. He was like, man, ain't nobody gonna touch me, man. And he hopped out the car and walked up, and the guy tried to fist bump him. And he like, man, look, dog, you just can't be scared. I'm like, bro, when these guys went to walk away, you don't know what they was gonna come back with. So I'm like, bro, let's let them have this, bro. Let's just go to a different gas station. It's cool. And they, they looking at me like I'm scared. But I'm like, bro, what? Like, I don't care, bro. I done been in situations, all type of situations that could have got bad in Detroit. But at least I had guns on me. I'd rather do that. Because out there, what, I'm going to just argue with somebody and they got guns? Like, come on, bro. They gang members. What you think? So, like, what, I'm going to just sit there and argue back and forth and I ain't got no guns, or try to wrestle and fight with somebody? Like, come on, bro. Like that. So he go in the gas station because he thought I was trying to go in. In his mind, the guy I was with, like, bro, if we going to go in here, we might as well go in 10 toes down. I'm like, I get it, but I wasn't about to go in this gas station. There ain't no reason. And he was like, man, let me out on Oblock. I'm like, bro, you sound dumb, bro. Like, you asking for a death wish. And
you ready?
we was like 10 minutes from Oblock. We was on the south side of Chicago, where Kanye West grew up. And I can't remember the name of the neighborhood, but I got a video on TikTok. They all like going viral. But we was close enough to where we seen that action. And in my mind, the reason that I think these neighborhoods is like this is because you see the history where you had the Vice Lords and the GDs. Make sure you like this video and subscribe, by the way. And then any link to whatever I got, like my merchandise, is in the bio. And if you want to look at some of the gear on Amazon, it's in the description. But when you look at like how they all compiled, like you got 63rd where King Von beefing with 63rd, and then you got Oblock, and then you got, I think, STL or something like that. I don't know everything, but you got all these neighborhoods, you got all these different neighborhoods and rival gangs all in one neighborhood after they tore down the projects. And a lot of time the government will tear down these project houses and people scatter looking for new places and territory, but it create more crime because people start lurking the street and they get displaced. So a lot of time the government go tear down a neighborhood or a project house like they did that here in Detroit. And then you got people that's relocating, which stirs up a lot of crime. So like you got all these different gangs in one little neighborhood, so it's gonna be a lot of back and forth. So then if you look at it, like you get rappers like King Von, you get rappers like Lil Durk, you get a lot of like the FBG Duck. A lot of these rappers don't make it out of their neighborhood. They live in the neighborhood still. So you got rappers with a worldwide audience, and it's like the trap. You got a worldwide audience, but you stuck in a neighborhood beefing with somebody that's right around the corner or 2 blocks from you. Chicago is so deadly because of how close everything is to each other. Here in